She's so fine. Hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a lights my day.
What's good, guys? As you can tell, this video will be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case, and specifically I wanted to discuss the lack of transparency in this case in regards to the FBI saying that they can't release Shanquella Robinson's case files. And what's troubling is that the entire case has been so transparent thus far in regards to, we've got a video, we've spoke to the mama, Nazir Wiggins went live on Instagram to try to explain his side, the family doing interviews, the attorneys in the press, but yet the FBI is stopping us dead in our tracks on what information they are looking at to base their decision. Now, we know that Shanquella Robinson traveled to San Jose del Cabo on October the 28th and died less than 24 hours later in Villa Linda 32 in the Fundadores Beach Club in Mexico. She was vacationing with a group of people when she suffered a head injury and died of a broken neck. That, according to her autopsy, which the Mexican authorities conducted. Now, it was determined during Mexico's investigation that one of these people that she traveled to Mexico with was the attacker, as we can see in the caught on camera incident that we've all seen that claims Shanquella Robinson's life. Now, Shanquella Robinson's family and, of course, her legal representatives for the family, including attorney Daejhanae Robinson, hoped that the U.S. would pursue this case and extradite Daejhanae Jackson back to Mexico. But, disappointingly, it was announced in April of 2023 that the FBI office in North Carolina, where Shanquella Robinson was born and raised, declined to press charges against the alleged aggressor in her attack. Meanwhile, U.S. authorities conducted their autopsy once Shanquella Robinson's body was brought back here and was embalmed. And that is where attorney Daejhanae Robinson said the investigation became compromised, because for those of you that do not know, I will tell you that once a body is embalmed, it is extremely hard to get an accurate autopsy result. Now, attorney Daejhanae Robinson said that she would provide us, the public, updates on the case, and that the FBI cannot release the documents to anybody because the case file is still open. But what doesn't make sense to me is if they're saying that the case file is still open, yet they're denying the opportunity to press charges and get involved in this case, what is it that they are waiting for from Mexico that needs to be translated to English so that they can understand it? I'm not following that part. Because surely before they made their mind up about not pursuing charges in this case, they had the entire case file from Mexico. So that part doesn't sit right with me. Now, Daejhanae Robinson said, which again, red flags everywhere, because you've made a decision in the case, you've announced the decision publicly to the family and to the public, but you're saying the case is not closed and admitting that some of the documents from the investigative file that arguably would affect your decision to charge have not been fully translated. So please make that make sense. It does not make sense. They're concerned, obviously, about the red flags, the family, and the lack of the transparency in the investigation, but they're not deterred. Yet we are. We are deterred. I don't understand what the FBI was given, if not the entire case file, and what more needs to be translated from what we know Mexico has and what we know Attorney General Daniel De La Rosa has. What they are not getting that needs to be translated. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So either they made their mind up based off of very little information, or they're just basically dragging their... It seems to me that they're dragging their feet once again, which is as per usual for them. And it looks like they don't want to make a decision to pull this case here, do something about it. And like I've said before, this is going to be a very touchy subject between the United States and Mexico, because it is, you know, there's a lot of diplomatic stuff that goes in between these two countries, and nobody wants to step on anybody's toes. But what we have here is a young woman who died while on vacation in Mexico on October the 29th. It is now June the 19th. We have had nothing done in this case. Daejhanae Jackson is still living her best life, along with all the rest of them. The family is in mourning. The attorneys are pushing and pushing, and we're all on pins and needles waiting to see what's going to happen. And the FBI is stalling. Now, I'm just calling a thing a thing. If I'm wrong, please comment in the comment section. But I just feel like this has gotten ridiculous. I just don't understand what they're waiting on that needs to be translated. And we're talking, you know that the FBI has somebody who is bilingual in their office. This can be translated in a matter of seconds. Every single bit of this can be translated in half of a day, okay? It just blows my mind, the excuses that the FBI is coming out with in this case. Because, like I said, we all saw the video. We all saw the video. And you can't tell me that as a sane person, you can sit here and see that video and not think that somebody needs to answer for that attack. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So I just wanted to bring this to the channel just to kind of get people to thinking about that. Why is the FBI now being so tight-lipped about everything, when we basically know what's in that file and that it can be translated in a very short amount of time? Now, granted, we don't have all of the information, but we have a lot of it. And I'm sorry, it just seems like the FBI is coming up with excuses. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video on that note. But thanks for watching, guys.